Okay, so, it's my first day off for winter break, and I'm like thinking, what am I gonna do now? Like, what? I mean, there's things I could do that I don't want to do, like wrapping those last 12 Christmas presents that I have to do. Or, if you go to my last vlog, choosing the next best thing to do in the 30 minutes. If you get a 30-minute or an hour time frame, what can you do? What's the right thing to do in that right time? Because time, time is, you see, time, everybody thinks time is valuable, right? Because we only have a certain amount of it on this earth. We don't know. We don't know when we're all going to die. So every second of the day should be valued. And so it's like time. What's the best way to spend it? You don't want to waste it. So it's like, I'm like, what should I do in this time? Should I wrap presents? Or should I work out? Because, got to do something progressive, right? Or productive. Or, I felt like talking. And then I was like, well, what am I going to talk about? Like, what's pulling at my heart to really express to you guys? You guys, everybody's saying that it's helping them, and I feel like putting my 2 cents into the world. So I'm like, well, if I feel like talking and none of my friends, they don't, like, they're sleeping, they're catching up on I feel like talking to them, but, everybody's busy. So I'm talking to you guys, which you guys are my friends too, but, I don't know how much I'm going to edit out of this because I don't know what this vlog is going to turn into. So let's start with this. I listened to another Matthew Kelly motivational speech today, and he did an exercise, and I'm going to do this exercise with you guys. So I'm going to start off by saying, close your eyes. Close your eyes and think. I'm going to list off a list of words. And in those list of words, pick out one word that best describes you most of the time. Like, what are you most of the time, or what are you even now? So close your eyes. We've got depressed, exhausted, burned out, defeated, overwhelmed, angry, fearful, anxious, defensive, resentful, mellow, serene, confident, joyful, enthusiastic, and invigorated. Okay, you can open your eyes. So I hope that you guys were on the spectrum more on the better side. But now that Christmas is time, it could go either way. Either you're stressing out because it's Christmas time, you're trying to get all this stuff wrapped, and you're trying to get all that stuff done before Christmas. Or maybe some of you are lonely during this time. That was one of my big reasons I made that happiness video, because, like, it's Christmas time, and then New Year's, and then Valentine's Day, and those three, if you're single, those 3 months, like, this slot of, or if you just don't have a family, or this time of year is so depressing. And even any holiday, even your birthday, if you don't do anything for your birthday, you feel like, oh my God, it's my birthday. Why aren't I doing anything? Like, why do we put so much pressure on ourselves to do something for a holiday? It's like, so it's like you could be feeling depressed right now, right now. But you gotta overall see the overall happiness. Yeah, when March comes and Valentine's Day is over and all these little, life goes on. So let's skip that and go back to the list of words here. Okay, so it goes down to energy. Everything in this earth is made up of energy. Everything is vibrating nonstop Everything is going, even the earth is moving. Everything's steadily changing and moving and always going and going, 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 going. Nothing stops. It's all energy. Once energy goes, then it bumps into something, creates more energy, so that goes. Nothing ever just stops, not even time. That's why I said time was valuable. But it's not as valuable as energy. You heard me right. Time is not as valuable as energy. Why? Because everybody has time. You know what? Time is something that we all equally have. That is the only thing we equally have. It's fair. Time is fair because we all have the same amount of it. No one can buy an extra hour in their day. No one can lose an hour. Everybody has the same 24-hour time frame. Everybody has the same 24-hour time frame. And whatever you do in that 24 hours involves energy, right? To do anything, to get anything done, you need energy. And, yeah, we all have the same amount of time. But in that 24 hours, somebody can get done so much more productive things during one day. Like, so many more productive things. Like, get a whole bunch of work done. Do so much more things. And one person could have been just sitting watching Netflix and eating Doritos or something and did nothing in that day while the other person did something productive. And what did that person have? Energy. So, the first level of energy is depressed, exhausted, bummed out, defeated, overwhelmed. So if your word was in part of that list, you're on the lowest part of the spectrum on the first level of energy. The second level of energy was angry, fearful, anxious, defensive, resentful. Too often we feel that too. The third level of energy was mellow, serene. Those feelings of energy are, and I work with kids, so they're very short-lived. Because everything's constantly changing. I mean, that feeling of being completely mellow, completely serene and perfect in harmony, it's not realistic to always be that feeling. Because it's a fleeting moment. It's a fleeting feeling. The thing is, you have to figure out coping mechanisms to try to get back into the feeling of mellow, serene. The fourth level of energy was confident, joyful, energetic, invigorated. Who feels invigorated all the time? Like, if you went to somewhere, like you went to, let's say, just your office at work, and everybody's like going, oh my God, I'm so invigorated. Oh my God. And everybody had so much energy, and you were like looking around. What would you think? What would you think if everybody in the office wasn't just normally like, how do you feel? Oh, it's Monday. Oh my God. But if everybody had like upbeat attitude and was like, oh my God, guys, what do you want to do? If everyone was like that, what would you think? Yeah, you'd be like, okay, where's the happy pills? What are you guys smoking? What's in the Kool-Aid today? What's in that Kool-Aid? So it's like, isn't it sad how everyone around here, if you go out and most of the people in like a shopping line, or especially now, like rush, go, our energy is slowly diminishing and we're all tired and we're all just done with the day, and everybody's like, you ever go to the cashier? Every cashier asks, how are you? And we all immediately say like, I'm good, how are you? But we're not all good. Can you imagine if you were at the cashier and they're like, how are you? Well, to be honest, I stubbed my toe in the morning. I missed my Uber car, and then when I finally found an Uber car, like, the guy was insane. And like, I mean, I had my first Uber experience, and the guy was, when you don't take Uber and like you don't know what to expect, like, I thought at first thought it was fine. Like, I thought it was I thought it was I guess a normal kind of experience because I took the bus. I used to take the bus, and you know, the bus driver just picks you up and you go in the back of the bus and you don't talk to the bus driver. But I guess my friends, you know, have used Uber before, and they're like, that was the worst Uber experience. Oh my god, we have to hurry up and like call Uber and like, you know, report him. And I'm like, what? Well, I know that one thing that I really didn't like is that in the back seat, me and my friends were sitting, and my friend had the middle seat in the back seat. And you know how like those ones either have the lap bar, the lap thing, or like some of the really high tech cars now have the high tech, just modern, have the lap, you call it. Well, this wouldn't be a lap one. This would be a shoulder one. But she didn't even have a shoulder one, so we were looking for the lap one like everywhere. Like he wasn't stopped. So we were like, okay, where's our seatbelt? Where's our seatbelt? We couldn't find the seatbelt. And then we finally found the seatbelt crushed in the thing. There was no silver thing to hook in the seatbelt. So it was a broken seatbelt. So she was like sitting there, and we had to drive to LA, and that's like about 45 minutes from us. So she's like seriously on the freeway with this guy who we have no idea, and she has no seatbelt on because his seatbelt was broken. Okay, that was the seatbelt problem. And then when we got in, I mean, he was super, super quiet. Like, you would think somebody would engage a conversation, or like when we were trying to give him directions, and when we were telling him directions, he'd be like not saying okay or whatever. Like, we're like, oh, you could, you know, I don't know. He wasn't even fully there listening to the, like, he wasn't nice about it. Like, where do I turn? Like, he would just keep on driving, and like, I don't know, and then he wasn't talking or whatever. I don't know if I would prefer, like, I was thinking about it. I was like, do I prefer someone who doesn't talk and just drives me to my destination? Or I prefer someone who at least kind of engages and asks you, so where are you guys heading? And why are you guys headed there? You know, it was my friend's birthday. Maybe he could have said like, so what's the occasion? You know, just friendly, not so you feel like, who am I in this car with? Is he a psycho? And it's going through your head. Like, he was super quiet the whole time. And my friend, her phone was running out of battery, and she was like, "Can I use the aux cord in the front of the car?" Because she's like the tough one out of all of us. She's like fearless. She sat in the passenger seat. I didn't want to sit up there with him, so she sat in the passenger seat, and she was like, where's the aux cable? I need to plug my phone in. And he's like, well, I'm using it. Like, all mad. He's like, I'm using it. I need to use it. And she's like, well, isn't your phone... Because she's, like, fearless. She's, like, a spitfire. She will say anything. Like, she's like, well, what do you mean? There's 2 aux cables. Like, you can't... Or yours... And then she started going, well, your phone is at 100%. Mine's at 20%. And she's, like, arguing with the guy in the Uber. I'm like, it's not even your... Like, and she wouldn't go, she's like, I need to plug mine in, and then she's like, well, it's broken, and then he's like, and then she's like, no, it's not broken, and then she finally, I don't know, he was arguing about that, which, if you're paying for that service, it's like, isn't the customer always right? Shouldn't you feel like you should be, because there's a way you can rate them, like how we did, like, we reported him, but you can rate the Uber, and each time he goes, people look at the rate. And if they look at the rate before they press to have that Uber, and somebody can rate him down. Like, why is he arguing with stuff? The customer should be always right. You should always try to please the customer so you can get good service and good reviews so you can get more people to Uber with you. But he was arguing to her because we're also going to an event where she needs her phone and she wants to take pictures, and she was like literally at 20%, whatever. He's at 100%, and he's like, well, I need mine plugged in. You can't use my aux cord. Anyways, I think someone pointed out that you can use 2, and then so that argument was done. So we argued with that, and I didn't know, but at the end of the thing, she said, when we were all at dinner, when we were all at the place, they're like, did you know that his speedometer was broken. Like, we didn't know what speed we were going. He didn't know what speed we were going. And he kept on looking down at his phone the whole time. Like, he didn't have the GPS on his phone, but he kept on looking down at his phone. And like, this other girl, she was talking and she was asking like all these questions like, oh, so where do you guys work? And I was like, this guy is here, and I don't want to say like where I work and where all this stuff, because like, I don't know, like, so I don't know, like, we were just talking nonstop about like conversations like, where do you guys work, da da da, and he didn't chime in at all. He was quiet the whole time, kept on looking at his phone. The speedometer was broken, and they said it was the worst Uber of their experience, and they reported him. And why was I talking about this? Uber, energy, people, Uber. Why was I talking about that? I was talking about the 4 levels of energy. Okay, I totally went off topic. I'm sorry. Anyways, so you're confident, joyful, enthusiastic, and you want to stay that way. Like, don't you want to be around people who give off that energy? Because attitudes are contagious. Whoever you're around, you're going to have their energy. You're going to have that energy. If you're around someone who's negative or someone who likes to argue, you're going to end up being stressed out and feeling their energy. If you're with somebody who's enthusiastic about life, joyful about life, have a positive attitude, you're going to have that energy as well. So you want to find people to be around to have that energy level. And so you feed off the energy. We are billboards. We are walking billboards. What do we want? I mean, even if we don't even think about it consciously, everywhere we go, we step into a store, we step at work, the things we say, the attitude we give off, the body language we give off, how we react to someone when they talk to us, we're giving off a billboard. We're selling ourselves. Like, this is what the world knows us to be. Don't you want to always just be yourself and like express to the world like, hey, this is me? I know we're all not always in the best mood. I know we're all have bad moods, and I know we're all get sad and depressed, and I know we all sometimes hopefully are happy. And you know, it takes a big person to be happy all the time, because it's hard. I mean, you just have to work at it. Like I said, there's happiness in my old vlog that I just posted. Happiness, people see it as little pleasures nowadays. That's the wrong version of happiness, that they seek happiness in little pleasures that only last as often as the activity is performed, like eating, sex, drinking, drugs. But if you look at happiness as an overall, like, where do you want to be in life overall? What message do you want to present to the world overall? What's your purpose in life overall? What would be the next best thing to do in life that would make it a better life and make you overall happy? How would you, like, what is your message saying? What do you want to be? What purpose do you have in your life? Like, to make you overall happy. And, you know, because there's 3 questions. Like, what do you want? Everybody wants to be happy. And what are we here for? We're here to be the best versions of ourselves. We are here on this earth to be the best versions of ourselves, to give off a smile, to leave an impression on someone's life, so that life can be then changed and they can change someone else's life. It's not intrinsic. It's not to only keep yourself happy. It's extrinsic to be here. You have intrinsic happy is having money or having I don't know, whatever keeps you selfishly happy. But to be really happy is not the little pleasures that keeps you happy. To be really happy is to be sending off and making other people happy, creating smiles, and then it will invite people into your life that have the same viewpoint maybe as you, and like will smile back and Like, seriously, think about this. I was just watching a vlog that I really loved, and it was like the spirit of Christmas. It's like, it's giving, right? The spirit of Christmas should be giving, not getting. Yeah, you can get something, and like, you might shop, and that shopping pleasure only lasts for the amount of time. But if you give something and you totally make someone's day, like I was watching a vlog and they were giving gasoline, something we all need and to get around these days, and it's cost too much. Even though it is probably only $2, it costs like $50 to even a truck. If you have a truck or something like that, it costs a lot. So giving someone the gift of like just gasoline, and if they're not expecting it, like, and what really made it cool is that in this vlog they were giving the word of God in Christ. And I know that some of you aren't religious, but the words of Christ, like how Christ lived his life as a very giving and very selfless, loving person who didn't care just about himself but cared about others and cared about making others happy and giving others things they need to get like that's what's purposeful. I read a quote, and it's on my Facebook, and I think I might be able to find it. Okay, the quote is, "If the essence of my being has caused a smile to have appeared upon your face or a touch of joy within their heart, then in living I have made my mark." Let me read that again. "If the essence of my being has caused a smile to have appeared upon your face or a touch of joy within your heart, then in my living I have made my mark." So if you give someone joy or spread a smile, anything, like you have made your mark on the world. You have created purpose. And what was the overall happiness? Being extrinsic, not intrinsic and short-lived within yourself, but sharing it and purposeful. Being happy, having a purpose and feeling you have a purpose in this world that it's so short-lived. We only have like 75 years, 95 nowadays to live. Once we're dead, we can't take that car with us in our grave. We can't take we can't take the money to our grave. We can't take any precious things we accumulated to our grave. We only leave the mark on our world we left. Can you imagine 75 years? It says that 75 years after your death, that no one will remember you anymore. Because was it 75 years or something like that? Your grandchildren, like, it's like, do you really know your great-great-grandfather and what he did, his name? What's your legacy going to be? At least let your legacy, like, I work with children. Maybe I will teach them something. This is stupid, but I taught them a little game. They're 6 years old. They never played Mother May I. They will learn Mother May I and play Mother May I for the rest of their lives. And later, like, I'm the very first one that taught them that game. Even more important, how they deal with life, and how I said last vlog, will go on to each generation, and it all starts with one person. Like, if it seems very cliche, like if you start and you push something, like a domino effect, if you start and you give someone something, like back to that vlog, paying for someone's gas, like they had these little pamphlets that read like Christ's words, and they said, you know what, God has blessed me, with a good amount of money this year, and I just want him to bless you. So he was egging on my heart to come up to you and give you your gas for today. I'm going to pay for your gas today, and I just want you to read these words and live kind of like Christ did, which is like giving, that giving heart, that selfless love. And they were paying for each person's gas, and they would get different reactions, different stories, like, oh my gosh, you don't know how hard of a day I've had, and you know how this has touched my life, and they would just talk. Maybe some people just needed a friend to talk to, and they were like, some of them would turn them away and be like, oh, somebody else needs that gas more than me. But the people that they really did, they needed it. They're like, oh, my day started crummy. I woke up, my day started crummy, I was behind all day, Christmas is coming, I don't have much to give, and just giving that money for their gas made their day. That made them smile. So they were looking down at the ground, maybe not smiling to people, and now they're actually engaging with someone and they have a smile on their face now. That they were depressed about how life was treating them, and now that someone just did that kind act, one kind act, letting them talk to them, letting them share their stories, share their day, just for that second. Maybe it wasn't even the gas that made them happy. Maybe it was just that someone wanted to listen to their day and have understanding and put understanding in on for size, and at least listen to them and what they're feeling, and have a really true heart that they really care what they're feeling. So, just to be nice. And so that story with the vlog where they were just giving gas around and gasoline around to, that's something we all need to do to be a better version of ourselves. Because what are we all here for? To be the better version of ourselves, to leave a mark in these 75 years we have. And then what do we all want more of? Energy. Energy, remember, is the most valuable thing to keep going. Do you want to just come home from work and just feel tired and sluggish, or do you want to have that energy to work out? Once you start working out, like I said, you never have a bad workout, and you work out and you're like, oh my God, I feel so much better. I have so much more energy, and you feel good and you feel great that you did it. It's like, why do we do anything? To be happy, right? We make choices, and some people, there's so many people that, like, we don't get up out of their day and be like, oh, it's a great day, what can I do to be miserable today? People make choices, and it's the next best choice. Like, what would be the next best choice on to make you really officially happy? Anyways, I think, oh, look how pretty the sky is. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me turn off my light in here. Hold on. Can you see it better now? Look at that sky. Oh my gosh. It looks so much better in real person, guys, because it looks yellowish on this camera, but it looks reddish orange in real life. I don't know how long have you guys been seeing that, like me talking and like you were just seeing that in the background. I don't know. But like, I don't know. I'm just like, I started off this vlog saying, I don't really know what to do, and I'm waiting for it to get dark and to exercise or whatever, to work out, and I just felt like talking. Okay, so it's like kind of random now, like, go crazy, Amy. like I'm on that energy level of like enthusiastic, kind of like, it's like, what can I do now? Like that feeling where you're kind of like bored and you don't know what to do, and you're just not bored, but I don't know. But like, just some random facts. The proportion of people who can roll their tongue ranges from 65 to 81%, with a slightly higher proportion of tongue rollers in females than males. So 65% to 81%. Oh, that's proportion. I don't know, like, I want to know, like, how many people out of the world can do it. Here's one. Is the ability to roll your tongue dominant or recessive? For example, for a particular gene, they say to roll your tongue, there is a dominant and recessive gene. We call that dominant allele R, for being able to roll your tongue, and recessive for being unable to roll your tongue. Oh, so it's more dominant to roll your tongue than it is recessive allele for being unable. Oh, okay. So I thought it was like a unique talent for you to be able to roll your tongue. But I guess it's more dominant to be able to do that. So more people can do it. Like, I could do, I don't know how well you guys can see. I could do that way, fold it that way, and I can also fold it in half like that. Now I bet all of you are gonna try. That's just a random fact. But it's like, what else can I talk about? Have you guys heard The Weeknd's new songs? There's one song that I really like from The Weeknd, that I've been, I think everybody's heard it because I think he played it on like one of the award shows, which is I Feel It Coming. I Feel It Coming. I Feel It Coming. And then there's another one that I like that I just heard, but it sucks because all the Weeknd songs he didn't put on YouTube. So it's called Party Monster. This is another version. This is Alex Ayano's version because it's a cover, and because I can't find it on YouTube. It's called Party Monster.
What's up, friends? It's Alex, and before we get into this video, I have to tell you.
So here's some of it. I really like Weeknd, like, because he sounds like Michael Jackson, like his essence of it. I'm good, I'm good, I'm great. I like catchy songs.
I just need a girl who gon' really understand. I just need a girl who gon' really understand. And I seen her get richer on the pole. I seen her, I knew she had to know. I seen her take.
It sucks that it's not The Weeknd, but he's really a good singer.
I knew I had to meet her. Ooh, she mine.
I like the chorus though. It's like, well, I thought it was gonna be the chorus there. Hold on. It makes you just want to go like this. Da 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 da. The little. It's not even doing it. I like it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm great. Okay, I think it's coming. Good. I'm good. I'm great. Don't you want to be? Don't you want to like people, like when people like say, how are you doing at the cashier? Just to be like, I'm good, I'm good, I'm great. Like, do you know the people like that? Like, who just break into songs sometimes? I do that sometimes. What other songs are there? They're on like, I seriously love when people show me new songs. Cause so like, if you guys like these songs, like I'm gonna like play a list of songs. I was working out the other day, and I played, I don't know what song I was really playing, but I was on Spotify, and it was going to relating artist, and oh my gosh, Zayn, I think his name is, who was part of One Direction. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like him, but like all of a sudden it started playing a whole bunch of him, and all his songs are really good. Like, this one's really good. It's called Drunk. Cause like we're just chilling and we're listening to music, right? Positive energy, positive vibes. Let me fast forward. I like groovy songs and like songs like you can. I like a lot of music. Like, there's not a favorite music. Like, there's genres that I like. I guess it depends on what mood I'm in, but like, I really like everything. Like, if you just show me a song, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's good, that's good. Like, any genre. It's very groovy. Drunk on. Okay, there's that one. It's like drunk all summer. And then what other ones? I know there's this one. This one's called She. This sounds like me. She wants somebody to love, to hold her. She wants somebody to love in the right way. She wants somebody to kiss her. She wants somebody to love in the right way. What girl doesn't want that? I was gonna say, like, there's this quote that is so true. It's like, those people who show you new music are lifesavers, are the best. But so I guess, that's kind of random stuff. Overall, I think the message is to focus on your energy, focus on your what you're expressing to the world. Remember, happiness isn't short-lived. It's not short-lived pleasures. You can't look for it in the wrong places. You can't expect anybody else to give it to you. If you just share, if you are around people with good energy, I think if you share happiness and you're around people with good energy, especially if you're feeling down, like, don't just soak in. I know that so many people just want to soak in bed and just, like, forget about the world, but the best thing to do is find people to talk to and especially good energy. Then you'll get that energy. It's just a domino effect. Anyways, I hope you guys had a good time. I don't know how good this lighting is anymore because the sun went down, as you can tell. So, I don't know. I'm going to look back at this vlog and be like, is this even worth posting? Like, I know that a lot of you guys would be like, yeah, post anything. We like your talking videos. Like, I really appreciate that. Like, I just hope that you can come to here in this, like, little area of my room and, like, you can listen to my thoughts and just kind of, like, get rid of any stressors for this, like, 40 minutes that I'm talking to you and just, like, be like, oh my gosh, yes, that is so right, or take something from this. Like, that's one thing I want you guys to, even if you don't take anything from this except a smile, then that's worth it to me. Anyways, hopefully maybe I'll see you soon. I have like until January 3rd. My first day of work back is January 3rd, so maybe I'll do some more of these vlogs. And see you guys later. Bye.